Hi guys and welcome back to Art Shop channel. Okay guys, we're on the next part of our luxury fried egg. Now let me just bring it into shot. Here we have the white and here we have the yolk. So it's come out really well. I'm really pleased with it. It's all nice and hard now and I've painted it white just to give it a base coat. So I'll just show you underneath. There's the underneath and that's the top. And this is all nice and hard. You can hear how hard that's gone. So that's all really good. So what I'm going to show you now is how we paint it and make it look like a real fried egg. I know, exciting, isn't it? Okay, so without further ado, I will, show you how to paint the yolk. And what you need for this part is some paint, funnily enough. And the way we're going to do it is basically just get some water and a brush and the colour you need, which is going to be a sort of a yellowy orange, and we're just going to rub it on like so. So all very easy. Now I find with this, I sort of I get some yellow to start with. Here's my my product, and it's acrylic paint by Marie's, and you can use any acrylic paint as long as it's yellow, of course. And what I do is I just pop a slight little bit, not much. In fact, I'm not going to do that. I've changed my mind already. I'm going to just use, no, I will do it. I changed my mind again, and I'll tell you why, because I need to put some water with it, and it's not going to work. Because sometimes I just put the brush on the pot of paint and do it that way, and then I don't have to clean anything up. So a little side tip there for you all. Yes, I know, exciting, isn't it? And but this time I need to mix it with some water. So because we're going to make a blend of orange and a blend of yellow to make it look like a yolk colour. So what I'm going to do is just pop a bit out. If that's at all possible. Let's see. I don't think there's that much left in here, but I shall just do a bit. And oh, I don't think there's not much in there. So let me just try and get out as much as I can, because you don't want to be buying new paints if there's any left. And oh yeah, just a little bit, but we don't need much for this, so that's all good. So I'm just going to get, I've got a pot of water there, okay, and I'm just going to put some water on the side there. And why am I doing that, you ask? Well, it's because I'm going to transfer some of this over to that, just to make it a bit more runny. Do you know what I mean, what I'm saying? You do, that's great. So that's what I'm going to do. And now I'm going to paint it. And I know, all very exciting stuff. And already it's looking good. And I've only just done that. So it doesn't take long to do this, does it, guys? So let me do that. What I might do is put it down and do it. And then use my little nail just to do the edge like that. Okay, so now we've got this going on. So I'm just going to smooth it slightly. Just so it looks. Now you could leave it like that, but that would look more like a caged egg, and I don't like that. And I don't like caged birds full stop. So I'm going to put a little bit of orange with it. Now I've just realised, just another little tip here. There's far too much yellow there. So that's slightly wasted, and that's not good, is it, guys? Because you want to be wasting money. And look at that, I opened that and it all went over my thumb. So I don't actually need to get any more out because it's already on there. So I'm just going to pop that on there like that, and then just wipe off my thumb while I talk to you all at the same time. Because, I'm ambidextrous like that, guys. You know what I mean, what I'm saying? You do, that's great. Okay, so I'm just going to show you me wiping my oh, look at that thumb, isn't that amazing? Oh, look at that thumb. That's what you call one hell of a thumb. Anyway, I've gone off tangent again, and that's not good. Okay, so we're going to go back on to our painting. Now what I'm going to do is get a little bit more water, and I'm just going to put that on there like so, and then I'm going to drag a bit of that onto that. Okay. Now, what I'm going to try and do is paint this again. Now, we're going to see if this works. It might do, it might not. And already it's far too much. Oh, no, is it? Let me just carry on. Because what I can do is put some more water with it. And dilute it down to make it look more orange. So that's what I'm doing. So I sort of just play around with it really, and go from there. I'll probably put some more yellow with it, and go from there. Now I've noticed, because I put so much water on there, it's rubbing off the, can you see that there? It's rubbing off the paint slightly. It looks worse on camera than what it does in real life. So I'm just going to get some more and pop that on there like so. Because last time I made this, it was more yellow, and like I say, it's caged birds, and I don't like that, but it did still look quite good. But I'm going to try and make it more orange, and see how we get on. So what I normally do is just play around with it until I'm happy that it does actually look like a real egg. Now you'll need to do the same, guys, okay? You know what I mean? What I'm saying you do, that's great. See, I put quite a lot on there now, and at the moment it just looks like a painted yolk, doesn't it? So that's not what we want, is it? No, it's not. So I'm just going to pop that around like that. And how do we look? So now it looks like brush strokes, and that's not good either, so I don't like that. So I'm going to mess about with it a bit more and see. Now when I did this the first time, and I didn't when I made one, well, I made 2 or 3 of these at the moment, and I've never had this problem. Now I'm showing you guys, and I've got this problem, but you know, we're just going to work through it together, aren't we? Do you know what I mean, what I'm saying? Because that's just the way I roll, okay? Because you guys will have problems too occasionally, and not many, because hopefully I've sorted those out for you. But I just want to show you that's what it is. Now, it still looks like brush strokes, so I'm just going to mess about a bit more with it. And it is sort of drying as I speak, slightly. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm still not happy, so what I might do is get some paper and just dab it slightly and see what that does. And that makes it worse, so don't do that, guys. It makes it, well, it takes a lot of the excess off, so perhaps, oh dear, look at that. Anyway, I'm going to go with it. Actually, I quite like the orange now. It is coming together, believe it or not, even though I'm moaning about it. It is actually coming together. And yes, we will go with it. Bum, 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 bum. Perhaps I need to use a sponge, but like I say, normally I don't have a problem with this. And when it's all varnished up as well, that hides a multitude of sins, you'll be pleased to know. Right, let's just have a little bit more. See, if I keep doing water though, I might rub it off. So, yeah, see, there we go. And that is rubbing it off slightly. So I don't like that. I'm going to use a little bit more paper, just to get that excess water off, and paint it around like that. Well, I've never had this problem before, but that's because I'm showing you. But I'm not going to do another clip, because you guys need to see when it goes wrong as well as when it goes right. If you know what I mean, what I'm saying, you do, that's great. But looking on the camera, it doesn't look too bad. I'm just going to show you like that. See, it doesn't look too bad, does it? In fact, now it's coming together. I think it's because it's sort of drying as I do it. So I'm just being gentle with my brush, as you do, and go around. So I'm not unhappy with this now. So it started off being a little bit, me being a little bit unhappy, but now I'm liking it. So we're going to go with it. Now I'm going to leave that as it is and let it dry, and then I might put another coat on it. But we will see. But if I do, I won't actually video myself doing that, because it's the same principle. And I will probably, because this is more orange now, even though in real life it's more orange, but on here it looks more yellow. So I do apologise for that, but it is more like that. It might be to do with the light. But anyway, we'll see. And we'll go from there. So I will just leave it like that, and then I'll see what it's like when it's dry, and then I might keep it like that, or I might add a bit more yellow with it and go over it a bit more. And yeah, we'll go from there. Well, actually, I'll tell you what I will do is, I made one of these earlier, but I made it slightly differently. On this one, I've made the white with clay, but on this one, I made the white with something else. And can you tell what that is? If you know, tell me in the comments below. Because this was my attempt doing a slightly different style. Now what I've done is the yolk is clay and this bit is something else. It's not clay. Now do you know what that is? And I was quite pleased with this for a third attempt. And yes, but I am going to do a tutorial on how to do this as well. Yes, I am. I know, amazing, isn't it? And show you what I did there. Okay? But that's not for today, guys. So now we're doing this one. So what I'm going to do is try and pick this up. Now it should be fairly easy. It has actually dried, I think, already. So I'm just going to put that out a shot, and then we're going to go on to our put that out a shot. Go on to the white. Now before I start, I must make sure my paintbrush is completely clean. Do you know what I mean? But just to make 100% sure, I'm going to pick a new, clean, hopefully, brush, and here it is. And I'm going to use that. Now, I have to be careful and wipe my hands also because I've been using colour. And obviously, with this, it's white, as you know, and it does actually need to look white-ish, I say. Now, there are some techniques which I'm going to go into to show you how to make it look more egg white-like, if that's such a thing. And I'm just going to bring back into shot that one I made with this that you don't know what it is yet, but you're going to tell me in the comments below. And I used white to start with, and then obviously we go around the edges to make it look burnt. So that's what I'm going to do now. And yes, it's sort of, you have to play around with it, guys, and this is the fun part. So what I'm going to do is get some water on my brush, and I'm going to use this colour, which is called Raw Sienna, and it's by Marie's again. Now, what you need with paints, acrylic paints for this, is just any colour that sort of looks like it's going to be, because around the edge of some fried eggs you get like brown bits, don't you, and all the rest of it, and that's what you need here. So that's what we're going to do. Now I'm just going to try and get some paint out, and I've just done it like that, so I don't need to use a piece of foil or anything like that. And I'm going to go round. Now, to start with, you'll think, oh no, Simon, that looks really terrible. But we're going to play around with it. So I'm just going to quickly go around like so. And this is going to be like the crispy bits, I suppose you could say, the crispy bits of the white. Now, this is quite crumpled up here. So what I'm going to do is make that a bit more brown than normal. And go around. So you don't need to put it all around it. Now, you can play around with this. At the end of the day, if you do this and you don't like the way it looks, then all you need to do is let it dry and then paint over it in white again and cover all that up and then start again. So there's no right or wrong way of doing it. And if you do not like it, then just go over it. So now what I've done is cleaned off my brush, and I've got water on there now, and I'm just going to offer that back up and sort of rub in these bits that I've already done. So I'm just sort of making the paint move around a bit, if that makes sense. And sometimes I use my finger. Okay. So there you go. So now we've got this going on. Now I'm going to get some more water and clean my brush out. And over here, I'm just going to sort of, just around the edge part, is just make it a bit, sort of rub it in, if you know what I mean. So you just sort of do this. So you will be playing around with this for a while until you're happy. Because at the moment, it looks like I've got a piece of clay and I've painted the edges brown, which is basically what I've done, guys. Do you know what I mean, what I'm saying? You do, that's great. So I'm going to pull it in a bit now, going in even further, just to get that paint. But there is a technique I use for this, and it does actually, well, usually it works. So yeah, hopefully today that will work as well. You know what I mean? What I'm saying? You do. That's great. So you just want to make sure it doesn't look like you painted it. Okay. That's a little side tip there. Easier said than done, Simon, isn't it? That's what you're saying. Yes, it is. Okay. So now I've got this going on. So I'm just moving that around. And see there's like I pulled in the little bits and pieces of that brown paint is sort of filling in the little nooks and crannies. Now that looks very good because that looks like fat or lard or whatever you've used to fry your egg with. So we want that kind of thing. So I'm just going to bring that in a bit more because you want the edges more darker, and then as it goes to the middle where the yolk is, you want that pretty much fairly white. Okay. But later on in the next tutorial after this, I will show you how you make it look like you've cooked it in a load of fat and lard or oil or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so I'm just going around with water still just to blend all this in, okay? Because you don't want it to look like you have painted it. Okay, guys, you still with me? Excellent, that's what I like. If you're watching me and having fun, that's all I want. Okay, so now we're just going back down there, like so. And yeah, I'm going, okay. So that's it, so. Okay, so far so good. So I'm happy with that. I'm just going to clean the brush out. And what I'm going to do now is, I've got some other brown, which is a lot darker. Now, you only need a little bit of this. Now, what I'm going to try and do is just get, you hardly need any. Now, I've just popped this out, and obviously I've got quite a lot on the end there, but I just need just a slight bit. Can you see that? Just a slight little bit on the end of your brush. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is where that sort of, you've got to think where the where you want it to be darker, where it's, I suppose, cooked longer, I suppose you could say. Now, what I'm going to do is, because that was all ruffled up, I'm just going to put a bit, just a little bit, dab it on there, not too much, and just a little bit there and there. So you just have to choose where you want your darker bits to go. Okay, so I'm just going to put that in there like so. And you want to be fairly quick because you don't want it to set or anything, so it shouldn't do because there's plenty of water on there. Okay, so I've done that. So now I'm happy with that. Okay, so now we've got this going on. So now it's starting to look more like it. Now I'm clean off my brush and get some more water, and then just start sort of messing about with it again. Sort of go over the bits you've done with that darker brown before it sort of dries, because you want to blend it in. So you want to sort of do this sort of thing. And I hope this is making sense, guys. So hopefully it is. If it's not and you don't understand a word I say, please let me know in the comments below. And yes, I do speak in a funny voice because I think that's more entertaining. Okay, guys? You know what I mean, what I'm saying? You do. That's great. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just put that down, clean off my brush, and I'm going to make my brush dry as much as I can. And now I'm going to leave that down there so you can see it, and I'm just going to mess about with it again. So you've got to think how a fried egg would look. You know, like I said before, you can use a real fried egg next to you. You could have a plate just here and with a fried egg, and you could try to copy that and pick up all the nooks and crannies and all the colourful bits and try to make it look the same. When I do fake bananas, I do that. I have a banana by the side of me, and then I just try to copy all the little bits and pieces of the colours and go from there. So, but that's on another tutorial which I haven't done yet, but I will show you how to make a fake banana because they're very good, because you never know, you might need one. I'm not sure where, but you will. I'm sure, you know. Perhaps you've got a friend who really likes bananas and you'll think, oh yes, I know what I can do. I remember Simon's tutorial and he made a banana, a fake one, and I'm going to make one of those now because my friend likes it and I'm going to give it to them for a birthday present or Christmas or something like that. Because perhaps I eat a lot of bananas, you know, perhaps just the way they roll, you know. Okay, so So I've done that. So I had a dry brush and I was just pulling that all in. Now I'm going to make it wet again slightly, and I'm just going to go around these bits because they look like I've just painted them, which I have, and I need it to, and I think I'm going to pull them in more now. So I'm going to get some wet paint, make it wet with water and just pull that in. So we just get the remnants of the brown colours into the middle. Now, I'm just going to quickly show you there we got our uke. I'm not quite happy with that actually. And let me see if I can do a little, there, see? So it's sort of a circly bit. So I think when that's all glossed up, and you'll be surprised how well it looks. So I'm just going to pop that on there like that. And see, we're getting there, aren't we, guys? So you get the principle of what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to make it as burnt as I can without it looking like I've cremated it. Because you don't want to be doing that, because that wouldn't be good at all. So I think I will leave the colours like that. Now I'm going to use a bit of white now. Now what I normally do is use my finger and a little bit of white, and I just go around these bits, and I find it really does look like an egg white when you do that, because some of the white sticks to the clay and some doesn't, and it just, I don't know what it is, it just looks like an egg white. So I'm going to try and do that, and there's famous last words because that's how I did it the other week, and it might not work this time, but I will try. So what I've done is I've just got a little bit of glue, a little bit of white paint, and put it on my little thingy, and what I'm going to do is just pop it on like that. So you sort of rub it in, okay? Now make sure your hand's dry. No, I need a bit more. So what I'm going to do is just pop a bit on my hand, and then what you do is you just go like that around the edge. And you don't want to cover up all these bits you've coloured, but you do want to cover, not right to the edge. You want to cover it just inside. So something like that. So like I say, guys, it's just trial and error with this. So there's no right or wrong way of doing this. You just you mess about with it until you're happy that it's as it would be. Okay. So I'm really pleased. I was looking. It's really looking good on the screen, and it's looking really good in real life. So there you go. You're probably saying, Simon, what are you going to do with this afterwards? Well, that's a very good question, guys. What I think I will do is pop a couple of strong magnets on the back, and then you could, stick it on your fridge. And, that'd just be amazing. And you can show everyone your piece of art, because that's what I think I will do. Okay, so let me just go back round. Hold on. It's a bit down. I'm just going to use my other. See what I'm doing now? I'm just sort of blending it, and it's because the white is over the other white, and I've pulled in the darker colours. As soon as I put white down, it's sort of sticking to the top, and it looks like it's layered, which I don't know why, but it sort of works with this, and it makes it look like a fried egg. Now. So there you go. So I'm happy with that so far. Am I going to put any more white on? I think I will. And where I'm going to do it, I'm just going to pop that off. Where this goes, now you could put that there or over there or there. It's entirely up to you, there or even there, or right in the middle like that. Now I usually do it slightly at a jaunty angle, the edge, because I think it looks better. And what I'm going to do then is just use my finger and put some white underneath this, so it looks whiter there. Now bear with me while I do that. So I'm just going to rub that round with my finger, and then that picks out the orange as well. So I'm just going to do that, and then go from there. See? So just like that. So a little bit more, I think. That's it. Okay, I'm just I'll let that dry a minute. And then what I'm going to do is, that's it basically. So I won't put that back on quite yet because that's still slightly damp. But it just picks it up. It's sort of whiter, a little bit more around there. And you do pick that up when you see it in real life. Now, that's it, guys, for this tutorial. So the last part is us sticking that on, and I'll show you how to put on fake oil and things so it really does shine and look like you've cooked it in a load of fat, lard, or oil, or whatever way you've cooked the thing, fried the fried egg. So yeah, so is that dry yet? Nearly, yeah, I'm gonna put that on. So there you go, guys. How good is that? Does that look like a fake fried egg? Does it? Does it? You let me know in the comments below. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I will do the next one once this is all dry and show you, like I said, how to put the fat on the lard. And we'll also try some pepper and salt, fake of course, all over the top to make it look a bit like this, because this is all fake. As you can see. So there's pepper there and then salt and bits and pieces. And I'll show you how I did that. So yes, thanks for watching, guys. Please like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next tutorial. Bye-bye for now.